I've made a video called Weird Things About Britain and the British, so it's only fair if I do the same for Germany and the Germans. I've recently been to Germany and I collected a few things that kind of in retrospect now seem a bit weird about Germany if you're not German. I'm sure I'll come up with more, so there might be more parts, but for now it's this part, so let's get into it, shall we? Okay, so the first thing that is probably weird for people who aren't German is if you're in a restaurant, water, not free. You usually always have to pay for water. Secondly, if you order water and you don't specify, you will get sparkling water because that is the German standard, and I think it's pretty much the only country where water means sparkling water. For sure, if I'm in England and I ask for water, I'll get tap water or just still water, and I would have to specify that I want sparkling water. Not in Germany, we just love our sparkling water. The second thing is gonna sound really weird, but just bear with me. The second weird thing about Germany is that the kids' TV star on television is a depressed loaf of bread. I never really thought that was weird when I was a kid, but we have this character called Bernd das Brot, which means burn the bread, who is very big in kids' television and was on like the Kika, which is the Kinderkanal or the Children's Channel network. And he is a loaf of bread whose arms are very short, and he is kind of depressed, not just about that, but also just generally. He literally is a depressed loaf of bread, and he has two friends, a bush and a sheep, who is a stunt sheep, and the bush is a scientist. Whoever thought of that must have been on some great drugs, and there was just someone beeping. Anyway, so yeah, they had a show, and this bread, there's apparently a statue somewhere of it. I think it's great. Like, I think he's hilarious, very dry humor, but I mean, seriously, what are we showing our children? I love him though. He's fucking hilarious. I'll put some links down below. You might not be able to understand anything, but it's still worth a watch, guys. Just watch it. Number 3 is reading the time or saying the time in Germany is probably very weird. So in Germany we use the 24-hour clock, 24-hour way of saying the time. So I know that in England, if someone looks at a digital clock and it says 23, they know that is 11 p.m. But in Germany, we actually say, I'll be home at 23 o'clock, which is not something anyone in an English-speaking country would ever say, but it's very, very normal in Germany. So that is something that Germans often do when they come over here. They're like, oh yeah, it's 14 o'clock, and people are like, eh? It's just how we talk. We're very precise, everything that can be said precisely. So there you go. And another thing relating to the time is also in the UK, if you say 4:30, that means 4:30, so it'd be 4:30. Not in Germany. In Germany, 4:30 means it is halfway to 4, so it is 3:30, because it's halfway to 4, right? So you're missing half of it until you're at 4. And that is very confusing. I could see a lot of problems arising for people coming to Germany and being told, yeah, your appointment is at 4:30, and they'll be there at 4:30, and it's like, well, your appointment was an hour ago, and they're like, eh? So bear that in mind. It's something we do. We say stuff weird. And if you are unlucky and you are in a weird part of Germany where they say their time like 11:45, which means 11:45, then good luck. And the last thing, at least for this video, is something I mentioned in a video before called Weird German Superstitions or something like that. It'll be linked below. And it's, if you clink glasses in Germany, you always have to look into the people's eyes. It's just something Germans do, and it's a bit of a superstition, but it's also just a thing people do now. So I feel like if you are British and you're coming to Germany and you are watching people clink glasses, it'll be really weird because they're like looking at each other, and if they do it to you, they'll be like, hey. It's just a superstition thing, and it doesn't mean that they hate you or want to eat you. It's just a thing we do. So that's a few things that are weird about Germany and the Germans. Again, there is so many things that are probably really weird that I just can't think of right now because, you know, being German, to me, they're not that weird. But if I come up with more, there'll be a part 2, and yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Do subscribe if you haven't and you'd like to be. I mean, who wouldn't want to be subscribed to this channel? And see you next time. Bye!